Welcome to Coaches Weekly. I'm CJ Sellner here with head softball coach Sarah O'Malley Fisher. Coach, Benedictine Aurora to start off conference. It's not the way that it's not an easy road, but you guys really fought and hung on against Benedictine and played two really good games. Aurora today, you guys had opportunities. It just shows this program's come a long way, and you guys are there to compete with the top teams.
Absolutely. I think it was It's always hard to start out that your conference with the teams that are perennially at the top all the time, but it's also a really good way to gauge where you're at. And I think it was a really good gauge for us. Yesterday we were able to get a win against Benedictine, and then today we had Aurora. We were up, and little things here and there just didn't go our way in that first game, and I'll take a little bit of that brunt end of it, of maybe leaving my pitcher in who was doing fantastic. Julianne Nachum pitched a phenomenal game against a 1 through 9 lineup that hits the ball well and hits the ball out of the park. So I just thought it was best to keep her in and give her the opportunity to get that win, and I might have kept her in for one batter too many, and I'll take responsibility for that. The second game, we were just a little flat, and unfortunately when you have that momentum that changes from first game to second game, sometimes that can be like the result of it. So I'm not disappointed in necessarily the losses. I just want to make sure that we keep moving in the right direction. We want to move these aside and move on.
And I thought it's a big stepping stone taking down Benedictine. It's been a team that this program has not been able to defeat in quite some time. And I think the girls have really kind of rallied around some of this. And as a whole, the bats are coming around. You've continued to get fantastic pitching. And you guys have gone through some adversity. Mel B's been sick. Everything's just kind of working against you guys. But yet these girls continue to fight. And it's very impressive what they're doing.
Well, I think that's a testament to the girls. We always say, what type of team are you going to be? How are you going to define yourselves in this moment? And I think that they stepped up to the challenge today in the first game. And sometimes those things, even if you don't have, you don't get the victory out of it, there are small victories that come in. But they made great adjustments at the plate. They really did. We just stopped swinging the bats, we didn't have timely hitting in the 6th and 7th inning when we really needed to get some runs in. And that's been good for us the last few weeks. We've actually had that the last 10 days. We've had the timely hitting where we've had the runs, like yesterday, Sydney Getz in that second game against Benedictine. She came through with some timely 2-out hits and scored a couple runs when we really needed them, and that was what we needed. Today it just didn't happen, and tomorrow is a new day. We have more games coming up this week, so we've just got to make sure we have our off day and have a good week of practice and get ready to go.
Now you guys have Carthage, and then you conclude the road trip that you guys have with 2 games up in Wisconsin, or 4 games, up in Wisconsin. How do you use this as a building block, or is this just something you kind of wipe from the slate to get ready for another 6-game stretch for you guys that really has a lot to do with the conference picture early in the season?
Well, I don't think we can wipe it from the slate. I think we have a lot we can learn from it. And I always talk about coming back and working our process and going back to basics and fundamentals. And I think we really kind of have to do that this week. Defensively, I think we weren't as sharp as we really wanted to be. And I think we have some things we have to shore up. But that's kind of what we're doing. We're learning. We're taking it as a learning process. And in the long run, in my opinion, with this group of young women, it's going to pay off for us. I'm positive. I totally believe in that. And every one of the 16 members that's on this team, including the 2 coaches, which make 19 people, I think believe that we're going to get to where we want to be. We're not going to use this as as something that's not. It's like a benchmarker, and we're going to move forward from it and learn from it.
Well, we look forward to seeing you guys back out on the field. Cougars enjoy a few days off before they take to Carthage on Thursday. Then they head to Wisconsin for the rest of the weekend. You can find all the live links at cucougars.com.